Good morning. It is 7:30, what else would it be? And we are starting what may be our last full day on the trail. This section is absolutely littered with blowdowns. Most of them are just annoying. This one looks a bit difficult. Last one I just had to take my pack off for because I couldn't get over. They're not making it easy for us. Not a pack off?
Yeah.
So we made it to the Messenger flat campground that we were hoping before Brian's back started up to get to yesterday. It took us a little over 2 hours. We are the walking wounded. So I don't know whether we talked about that, but we've narrowed it down to that it's actually Brian's shoulder, not his back. The back is trying to compensate for all the crap that's coming from the shoulder, and that's why the back goes into various spasms and pain thingies. And the shoulder is an old, that's an old problem. That's basically come up again. Back in 2019, he started hiking the PCT on the tail end of a shoulder impingement, and it's that shoulder again. And it's really unfortunate, but clearly that has come back. And it's causing the issues that it causes. Because as he's noticed, he doesn't actually have an issue with going uphill when all the weight of the backpack is lying on his shoulder, on his back, I mean. But he has more issues going downhill or flat when, of course, the shoulders take more of the weight of the backpack. So, yeah. I mean, we can play with all sorts of ideas here, like injections to mask the pain, this, that, and the other. At the end of the day, all of it would be just that masking. And if we were further down the trail, we could consider stuff like that. But we're just shy of 440 miles in. It's not worth starting on a regime of fortnightly bloody pain injections and nonsense like that. That's just silly.
Just see all the clouds dropping. So we're still above the clouds, and this is beautiful. And so is my wife, and she's the most important thing in my life.
It's getting soppy.
Getting soppy. So we're going down there.
We're still inching our way up the trail. We had a nice long break for breakfast. We set off half an hour. Brian had to sit down again. It's over. I don't know how often I can say that. It is. We keep sitting down and thinking of solutions and whatever. And it's like, no, we can't carry on like this. I'm not doing too good today either. I think I mentioned that I pulled that muscle on the left side, which makes taking the backpack on and off particular joys. But it's also, as I noticed today, it's limiting my breathing, because if I take a really deep breath, it hurts. So obviously while I'm hiking and huffing and puffing, I'm taking deep breaths. So yeah, that's a whole new level of crap. It's a shame to have to admit it, but basically we are not fit enough for this trail. And I don't mean like sports fit, I mean underlying health problems, some of which we didn't even know we had, and some of which we just didn't know had resurfaced. It's annoying, but as you can hear, I can't even breathe standing still. We've got about 12 miles to get off the mountain. And we have all the time in the world to do it, except we'll be running out of food eventually, but we have 2 days to get off, so we'll make that, no problem. But yeah, it's a shame.
There's the clouds closer. It's amazing.
And there's the North Fork Ranger Station. That was our first goal for the day. Well, our second after water, obviously.
You get slippy down there, babe.
Yeah, that's what he's referring to. I mean, it was only about 9 miles from where we camped last night, but with Brian's back, we can't take any chances. So we've made it to here, so we're going to rest up and then see whether we're going to stay here tonight or carry on. I mean, it's only like, it's coming up to 2:45. But again, you know, time and general logic go out of the window when you're the walking wounded. So we spent an hour at the North Fork Ranger Station. Met Ranger Todd. Yes, it's still Ranger Todd 7 years later.
Yeah. Still an awesome person.
Yep, he very graciously gave us a drink each and a little snack. And we rested well, ate lunch, and now we're off to try and tackle those last 4 miles to a camp spot we are hoping is still available. There's not a lot of camping available in that area, but most of the people we've met today seem to be hell-bent on shooting through to either Acton or some of them to Akbar Dulce. I mean, they are speed hikers, unlike us. Still a bit of climbing to do. Nothing matters now. We're 4 miles. And it's 4:30, so we should get to set up our tent at a reasonable hour. Isn't that beautiful? So this is it. Our final camp spot on the PCT.
Why are we leaving? Fuck off, fly. Sorry for that language.
The flies have driven us off. It's slightly short of where we were aiming for, but we saw this spot and thought, you know what, that'll do just nicely. The other one has water, but we don't need water, so got all these views. And that makes tomorrow's amble into Soledad Canyon 4.6 miles or something like that. It's not, you know, we won't even be setting the alarm tonight. Sun setting on us. How are you feeling?
I don't know. Okay, yeah, we got to the campsite, but you always say don't go back to a place. On the trail from, maybe it was just Mona, from 2019 from today is totally different. It's like you're fighting the trail all the time.
Yeah, that's what it feels like, to be honest. It's like today especially, it was so overgrown and lots of blowdowns, but they clearly have been there for years. And then you get this degradation of the sandy surface. That's just unfortunately inevitable. It's, yeah, it does feel like, I mean, yeah, we're 7 years older. We've probably forgotten a lot about what was happening in 2019 and only remember the good bits and all this stuff. But it is certainly a lot harder to just walk on that trail now than it was back then, isn't it? Well, that's what it feels like anyway. That notwithstanding, obviously, that is not why we are quitting, as you know.
It's me. It's all about me.
It's both of us, really.
Well, yeah. I had an impingement before the last time you come here, but that went away. And that's what it is, the shoulders. Going up, I'm fine. Coming down, I'm flat. I start getting a backache.
Mm.
And we've tried everything. This is the third backpack. And I don't think it's gear, I think it's me.
Ironically, now that we know what's wrong with him, it's his chin. Now that we know what's wrong with Brian's, or we think we know what's wrong with Brian's, we can go home and do something about it.
Yeah, I can buy a vest that I can put weights in, so it pulls on me weight, on me shoulder.
Yeah. I can just build up his shoulders and stuff. It's just unfortunate we had no idea coming. Because the last hike, I mean, as you know, we did that training hike, the Pennine Way, and
Bit of the southern upland.
two-thirds of the southern upland until we got rained off. It was fine. It was absolutely fine. But, you know, obviously there was another, between the end of that and the beginning of the PCT, there were 6 months more of carrying heavy crates around every weekend for the markets and stuff. And clearly something somewhere got injured.
And Heidi's plateau, what is it called?
Yeah, that's something I don't even think I've mentioned that because I'm so obsessing all the time about my knee, which since his barrier, by the way, has been absolutely fine, and the rolled ankle that caused me so much problems on the left leg is, I mean, it's still twinging, but it's so much better. That really helped. But I started this trail with an aggravated plantar, which is a really stupid thing to do when you start hiking. But it's been like that since December. Again, this is nothing to do with hiking. This is to do with standing behind market stalls. It's just unhappy, and every 3 hours or so I have to massage some life back into it to make it more happy. And that one is not going to go away. I mean, that has not changed. It's not got worse hiking on it, incidentally, because obviously what it doesn't like is hard surfaces and standing around, which you don't do with hiking, but you do also obviously not put the foot up and rest it like the doctors would prescribe. And that one is pretty painkiller proof as well. It's there. After 3 hours of hiking, I can feel it very, very badly. When we have our breaks, I take my shoes off, I massage it, then I can get another 3 hours out of it. But it's not really an ideal setup for hiking a long distance trail like this. I mean, we've been saying this for a while, even before we realized that we couldn't carry on, period. We've both been saying, like, how the heck are we gonna do the Sierras when
Yeah.
we're limping, basically. So we were already discussing possibly, jumping ahead or something, doing Washington first or something, just to give us more time to get, I mean, it's just, yeah.
We're old.
We're getting old, and the PCT is an unforgiving trail, and we should not have started it not being in the best possible shape we could be in. And I'm not talking about hiking so many miles a day, yada-da-da-da. I mean, me starting a trail with an aggravated plantar is probably dumb. Brian at least didn't know about a shoulder impingement, otherwise that would have also been dumb. But yeah, so
the consequence is that we would basically, what we should do ideally is take 2-3 weeks off. Rest up everything, heal up everything, then come back. We don't have the money for those kind of jokes, obviously, because, you know, this is not the country of origin. We can't just go home and fly back out again. So, yeah, that was it. We gave it a try. We threw everything we had at it. Just wasn't to be. And in case you're wondering what Brian's doing over there, he's already scrolling through vans he wants to buy when we get home. So, you know, he's moved on. Thank you all very, very, very much
for your support
Yeah.
and suggestions.
and all the lovely comments on the videos. And sorry we couldn't carry on. Bye for now.